Hey, honey,
Hey,
do you know where you're at? Or are you lost?
I'm, I'm frequently confused, but I do know where I am.
Okay, that's good.
I have to drive up into the city. I have to drive up into Tempe next week.
Hmm.
Mom, me, and our daughter.
Oh, are you
'Cause
gonna get lost?
I have no doubt I'm gonna get
So,
lost,
so you'll
and
be a bunch of lost girls.
we will be
Yes, we
a bunch of lost girls.
came
Indeed.
around full circle,
I she wants me to drive because she's afraid she's gonna get lost.
and that's okay.
I really should not be the one driving.
Well, don't let Natalie drive either. So,
Well, no, because she'll only be 11 at
yeah.
that
So.
point. So, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the reason that ties in is because we're checking out a song called "Lost Girls" by Nova Rockafeller. For those of you who don't know, maybe this is your first time here, or something like that, or your first time hearing of Nova Rockafeller. Um, she is the significant other of another artist that we listen to, Tom McDonald. Um, Before we go any further, though, I want to welcome you, Savage Reaction Crew. I'm David.
I'm Angie.
I'm a little bit of everything.
I'm a whole lot of rock and roll.
So,
if you saw that cat that just walked by, that's Carl. Carl has one eye. Carl's a little bit sickly right now. He's just not been feeling well for a little bit, so he's a little scraggly.
So yeah, so we just recently did a Tom McDonald song, and we got some requests for some suggestions for Nova Rockafeller.
No, what was said was,
if you want to be more in detail, more depth,
something to the effect of, "Hey, you don't know anything about Nova Rockafeller's catalog. You should check it out." Blah blah blah. And
I know everything about Nova Rockafeller.
No, because this isn't usually my style of music. So he's actually very, very familiar, knows all of her songs.
Yes.
So this person had assumed something that was very incorrect. He does know everything about her stuff. I know, well, they'd said like 3 songs. One of them was Gang Gang. I'm like, well, I know that one. So I know 1 out of 3 that person mentioned. I'm not as familiar with her music because it's just not a style that I'm into. Because did we even go into this? You're David. I'm Angie.
Yeah.
Did we do that already?
I'm a little bit of.
I don't think we did that yet for this.
Yes, we did.
We did. I didn't remember doing that.
Yes,
I'm a whole lot of rock and roll.
Just a few minutes ago.
I thought that was when we did the last video. We record everything in one night, so now I'm like, I'm lost again.
I promise we did it.
I don't remember ringing a bell.
I didn't say that yet. I didn't say before we go any further, make sure you subscribe.
This might be the part. Like,
share,
ring a little bell,
comment down below,
and
please consider a membership.
So the whole thing is, I'm very much into rock and roll. No, I'm not as familiar with their catalog because it's like asking me, oh, hey, what about Tim McGraw or something like that? Yeah, I'm not as familiar with the catalog because it's not my style of music, but he is.
So Nova has a lot of hip hop in her catalog. She also has some
ballady,
sing-songy kind of.
So kind of like Tom.
Yeah.
So Tom is very much a lot of hip hop. I do like some of Tom's hip hop songs because I like the message that he has to say, and I definitely love his more song type of music. Like Scars is, I absolutely love that song. It really hits home for me.
And you thought Ghosts was cute.
Ghost was cute. Superman that we just did. I enjoyed that one. And then the one he did with
End of the World.
End of the World.
With John Rich.
Yeah, I enjoyed that one. That was a nice little mixture, mashup kind of thing.
All right. But this isn't about Tom. This is about Nova.
This is about Nova. Nova's usually behind the camera when Tom's in Tom's videos.
That's right.
But she's in front. I have so many animals walking around. I apologize. I was just trying to.
I'm excited for her to hear this because Nova, I mean, she might not appreciate Nova's rapping ability.
It's not that I don't appreciate it. I don't like you saying it like that. That sounds mean.
Okay, it's not that...
I appreciate that she can rap. It's just not my style of music. I don't enjoy that kind of music.
But
it's not fun for me.
But she's got a rock and roll streak too.
Edge.
She's got a little rock and roll
let's
edge.
Hear it.
You can always catch her walking around in her videos and stuff like that, wearing a Metallica shirt or AC/DC shirt or things like that. So she's got a bit of a rock and roll streak through her, in addition to her in addition to her hip hop and her rap and stuff like that. So we're gonna check out Nova Rockafeller, Lost Girls. This is Nova's first independent solo release. Other releases that she's done in the past.
It was under a label, and then she had issues with the label.
Yeah,
I'm aware of the history of
and
that.
she was tied to her.
We have spent so much time talking. I want to get to the song.
All right, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, action.
We were meant to do much. Kids in a system that nobody loves. Sitting in bus stations, sun coming up. Nowhere to sleep, so we need to find drugs. All we had was us screaming, don't give up. Barely 15, but we had to grow up. Arms full of cuts and nobody to trust. How can you have dreams and you're us? I was always hanging with the lost girls. They're running from the cops, seeing a lot of girls. Can I crash at your house? Nowhere to go, girls. Now the escorts are overdose girls. Oh, thanks you'll sell for a little more liquor. Ooh, now you're homesick for a place that you've never known. Ooh, all we know is climbing fences in the dark. And all we know is growing up was way too hard. And all we know is we missed who we lost in the park. And all we know is perfect people that we are. Nowhere to go but found someone to boo. Someone got drugs, so tonight it's the moon. Got no one to be and got nothing to do. Barely 15 when we dropped out of school. No one to care, nobody to call. Wearing whatever we steal from the mall. Lost a few on the way, paint their names on the walls. I swear that it wasn't our fault. I was always hanging with the lost boys. They're running from the cops, done a lot boys. They're out there selling rocks, popping off boys. Now they're doing drugs, so they got shot boys. Oh, the things you'll do to make time pass quicker. Ooh, now you're dope sick in a highway motel alone. Ooh, all we know is climbing fences in the dark. And all we know is growing up was way too hard. And all we know is we missed who we lost in the park. And all we know is perfect people that we are. And all we know is climbing fences in the dark. We're meant to do much. Kids in a system that nobody loves. Is growing up was way too hard. Sun's coming up, nowhere to sleep, so we need to find drugs. Is we missed who we lost in the park. Screaming, don't give up. Barely 15, but we had to grow up. Is perfect people that we are. Arms full of cuts, how can you have dreams in your eyes?
I'm not sure if we paused that at all during
Nope.
that song, and so I hope
No.
it doesn't get messed up. I don't think it will because they're independent artists, so it shouldn't get messed up with copyright stuff.
Yeah, they don't do that to their
Should be
videos.
okay. So, yeah, that tells a lot about her history for sure.
Yeah,
That's sad.
it was definitely sad, but also inspirational if you think about it.
About
because
where she's
look how far she's come.
Yeah.
You know, look at what she made of herself, and it was so sad to, like, she mentioned some of her friends that
Yeah.
overdosed and
Yeah.
things like that, and I know that you have had experiences like that in your past
I've had
friends.
I've had very, very early on when I was 17, I was in a rock band and I was the only female in the rock band. So of course I dated a couple of the guys. One of them, he and I were very passionate people, very passionate about music. We're just very much your typical musician. So we had a love-hate relationship, and he actually wound up committing suicide. And there's more involved in that is just I'm not going to get into, but that was difficult. And then there was a guy that I had been dating, and I just wasn't prepared for that relationship, so I had cut it off, and he wound up finding somebody else, and I was very, very happy for him, but there wound up being an absolute tragic incident, and he got murdered. I was 18 when that happened, so it was only like a year later than that happened, and then there was a guy I was dating during that time that he and I again, like I had a previous relationship that just I was not ready for this other one, and all of these great guys really. Oh geez, this is stuff nobody will ever want to talk to me. This is why I don't tell people about this stuff. But he and I had broken up, remained friends and stuff, but then he had gotten into another relationship, was happy, and wound up working for a police department, whatnot, and he was chasing a perp across the road and wound up getting hit and killed. And it was just one event after another, and I've had a lot of death in my past, and it's something that I usually don't talk a lot about because I don't want to scare people away. But there you go, there it is, now out in the open.
I don't know why anybody would be scared, but I think it was.
It is a lot to take in. It's a lot, and for me, like I do the complete opposite of what you should do, and I just stuff it down. So I was 25 when my dad passed suddenly. He wasn't sick or anything. It's just been a lot. We lost a baby. We've had a lot of things that have happened, and I just do what I'm not supposed to do and just stuff it down, and that's where like my release is my music.
Yeah, and I think that this was probably very cathartic for Nova as well, to talk about her friends and how she used to run with the Lost Girls. Because I know from some of what I've heard about her past and stuff like that, she was homeless for a while, and she was in and out of group homes and things like that. And I mean, it's just so awesome to see what she's become. And, she found the person that she's supposed to be with in Tom and stuff like that. And it's just, all of that tragedy has been turned around and spun into something really amazing in her life. And I know that even though you've experienced a lot of tragedy, you've also experienced a lot of wonderful things as well. So
you're all right.
And on that note, everybody,
you are beautiful children.
Yes.
I've got a lot of blessings, although I've had a lot of crappy things. I've also had a lot of blessings too, and that's what you got to focus on.
Focus on the blessings, people.
Yeah.
Focus on the blessings. Until next time, peace.
Rock on.